Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry,
And I'm Linda.
and we're the Villages Newcomers. If you're tuning in for the first time, we moved here to the Villages, which is a retirement community in Central Florida, about an hour northwest of Orlando, 14 months ago. And when we got here, we didn't know much about the place. And we decided that we would start a blog to educate people like ourselves about what goes on here and what life is like here. And we started this blog.
Yeah.
Since then, it's been a big adventure, and we'd like to thank every one of you that subscribe. We're over 11,000 now, so it's
Hard to believe.
hard to believe, and we're thankful. As you can expect with so many followers and so many views, we get lots of email. And we try to address emails once in a while on our shows, just like this. And today we're going to talk about some we've getting recently, some negative comments about the age of people here in the Villages. Comments like, for example, old people, yikes.
Well, it is a retirement community.
I got one yesterday that said this is nothing more than a Disneyland for dementia.
Oh, that kind of hurts.
Chock full of old scum, one said. Too many bleeping old people with a lot of time to bleep about bleep.
I'm just glad we have time.
Can you old bleeps find somewhere else to live? The common thread through those comments is the word old. So we thought we would do a video on what is old. Now Gizmo here,
Yeah, it's our baby.
Gizmo, he's a little older. Yesterday was his birthday. He was 77 yesterday. 77 years old in doggy years. He was 11 yesterday. So doing really well for an old timer.
Yeah.
But we do get hateful references to old people, and we're going to discuss that in today's blog. The Villages, being a retirement community, is made up mostly of people
Older than 55.
55 years of age or older. Now, there are some younger, because if you're 55 and you have a younger wife or husband, you can move here and they can live here. Mm-hmm. But primarily, it's a retirement community made up of people 55 and older. So today, we thought we would go out and interview some people and ask them one simple question. What is old? Here are some of the responses we got.
I think my answer prior to coming to the Villages would have been 55 years of age. But now that I'm in the Villages, I never feel old. I never feel 55 plus. There's too much energy here. There's too much joy. There's too much fellowship. So I don't feel I'm old, and I'm coming up on 75. God bless y'all.
89.
I believe that there's no age limit to be old. That there is no old to me, in my opinion.
84.
90.
Most people start to feel real old when they get about 45, at least.
60.
85.
And we had originally planned to interview a lot more people than that, but we started getting a common answer that people would tell us, I can't give you a number because age is a state of mind, or you know, a few weeks ago on a video, when it was about cold weather, I told you guys that 50 is the new 30. And it's like that in age also. I feel young. You feel young. You're young at heart down here. And I looked up on Google about old age. I wanted to find out more information about it. And there are lots of studies that have been done. And it basically says that the older people get, the longer they think it takes for a person to reach old age. On average, adults between the age of 30 and 49 think that old age begins at 69. People that are between 50 and 64 years old, now they think old age starts at 72. And people that are 65 and older say that old age starts in the mid 70s. So it seems to change as you get older.
Yeah.
The report was based on a study that if you average all those responses together, the average answer is clear. Old age begins at age 68.
Oh dear, getting closer.
On the other hand, the average response of adults under 30 is that old age begins at age 60.
Ah,
More than half the adults under age 30 said that old age actually begins when people hit their 60th birthday. But that's not surprising because I remember when I was a kid, I can remember this when I was playing on athletic teams and we had coaches. I would think of those coaches as old men,
right.
and they were probably, between 45 and 50
Yeah.
in that neighborhood.
Right.
So I can understand that. But you can see the study we did here in the villages, when we interviewed people that live here, they tend to think that old age begins much later. It's common sense that old people are more likely to get ill. Their bones have degenerated. They're more liable to break bones.
Well, if you're sedentary too, that makes you feel older when you don't move around. Here in the villages, we move around a lot. We're doing things, so I think we feel younger.
Right. But when you do get sick, it takes longer to heal.
That's,
We have a very active friend here in the villages, and he became sick about a week ago, and boy, he's having a rough time with it. And then you've got right now this coronavirus scare is hitting the United States. Although 50 cases out of 350 million people doesn't seem like a lot, but it works on your head, I think, because some people are terrified to go outside, and old age multiplies that. You're much less liable to take a risk when you get older. I must say, though, when I get out of a chair now, you're liable to hear a little groan or a grunt. Little aches and pains cause us to make noises, don't they?
yeah.
It's an adventure for me trying to put on socks. I've got a little bit of a bad back and my flexibility is not good. And you're kind of hanging that sock out there and trying to,
You're hoping your toe will fit. Get
aim that toe in there, and then you get it and you twist it. You could actually hurt yourself putting on socks. I can definitely see how people fall trying to get their second leg in their underwear. It's an adventure. And we do notice there's a definite tendency here in the villages to turn in early.
Yes.
By 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, it's very, very calm and quiet outdoors here.
Yes.
That reminds me of that saying that old, it's kind of a joke, I guess, but when you're young, you sneak out of your house to go to parties.
Yeah.
And when you get to be our age, you're sneaking out of the parties to get back to your house. But in review, I'm going to ask Linda, what age do you think is old age?
Oh, I think 80.
80, and you're old. Again, here it's all just a state of mind, and as long as you feel good, it's about your health, really. If you have good health, you're going to feel young for a long time. If you're suffering with health problems, life's no fun. You don't feel quite as young and chipper. But when I lived back in Indiana, I would have said old age begins at 65. Down here, I'm going to say old age begins at 82.
Yeah. I think you're right.
But down here, you're going to have a large support group when you get older.
You do. Everybody checks on everybody, really.
People
around
check
here.
on each other.
Yeah.
Linda's made a couple of meals this week for people that didn't feel good. I'm ready to give rides to the doctor or help people out with rides. And I know that we have friends here that would do the same for us. So in the villages, you're only as old as you feel. And luckily, most people are feeling younger than their age.
Yeah.
And down here, honestly, you're going to find some older people that dress like younger people. I remember back in Indiana, we went to a funeral. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
And this lady in her 60s wore, what are those things called?
Leggings.
Leggings. Okay, leggings.
Yeah.
Really tight. And, we thought, woo, down here, believe me, you're going to see people of all ages wearing leggings.
A lot of leggings and a lot of glitter, or a lot of, glam. It makes you feel younger. We try to look younger. Until next time.
We'll see you when you get here.